Namaste, Galit Shmueli here, and I'm delighted to share with you a yoga session for the ICIS conference. So this is your best chance to focus your mind better and to get more out of this conference. The style of yoga is a very traditional style of yoga. We focus a lot on the breathing and relaxation between poses. It's suitable for everybody, so if you want to invite your family members, they're most welcome. If you have any back or neck injuries or high blood pressure, please be very careful if you're going to try and do any of these asanas. So thank you very much, and please enjoy our session. So we're going to start with the corpse pose, the relaxation pose, also called Savasana. So we're going to lie down on your back with your feet apart and your arms 45 degrees, palms facing up. And then we're just going to relax here, taking deep breaths. In yoga, we try to breathe only through our nose. So when you breathe in, you feel your abdomen, and then you feel your chest. And then when you breathe out, your abdomen goes down, and your chest goes down. Breathing in, and breathing out. Just relax your legs, your arms, your head, your neck. Nothing to do in the next 20 or so minutes. Just enjoy the journey. Now slowly bring your legs together and bring your arms behind your head. Give yourself a nice stretch. And then gently through your right side, we're going to turn and come into a sitting position, also called easy pose or Sukhasana. It's important here to keep your back straight, so we're going to use a cushion or just a towel, and we're going to be sitting just on the tip of it. The point being that your hips are higher than your knees. And you can sit in any cross-legged position that's comfortable for you. The point is to keep your back straight and your head up. We're going to start with just some nice neck exercises for all of us who are sitting in front of the computer and mobile phones for too many hours. So just very gently, we're going to turn our head to the right side and use your eyes to look all the way behind you. And slowly coming back to the center. And now turning slowly to the left. And back to the center. Drop your right ear to your shoulder and lift the head up. And drop the left ear and up. Drop your chin down to your chest. And then slowly and gently lift your head up to the ceiling. And slowly bringing your head down, chin to the chest. And we're going to make a big circle with the head slowly turning left and back and right. And down, and now reverse the other side, turning right, and back, and left, down, and back to the center. These are great exercises to do during your day. Let's release our legs a little bit, and release the ankles. You can make simple circles. You can release your knees a little bit. And now we're going to come back into sitting position. Again, choose your favorite comfortable position. Make sure that your back and neck are straight. We're going to do two breathing exercises. The first one is a fast breathing, and the second one is a slow breathing. The first one is called Kapalabhati, and this is a kind of an abdominal breathing. What we do here is we're going to only breathe from the lower abdomen, and the chest is not going to move. So the movement is going to be something like this. A little bit like you're laughing. We're going to do this, we're going to do 40 of these pumps, and then we're going to take a few long breaths. So starting by just keeping your hands comfortably on your knees. So we're taking first a deep breath in, breathing in, and slowly breathing out. Another deep breath in, and then breathing out. And now on our third, take deep breath in, and we're preparing. And now we start. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. And now we're going to take a deep breath in and then slowly breathe out. Again, using only your nose. Another deep breath in and then breathing out. And now we're going to take a comfortable breath, only 70% of the air, and hold the breath for 10 seconds. Keep your eyes closed. And slowly release. And slowly open your eyes, and now we can release our legs again. Stretch them out. Release our ankles. And if you need, you can release your knees a little bit. And we're going to do one more breathing exercise. And this breathing exercise is an alternate nostril breathing called Anuloma Viloma. And what we do here is we breathe in through one nostril, and then we hold the breath, and then we breathe out from the other nostril. Then in, hold the breath, and out. In, hold, and out. We do this by using our right hand, closing the first two fingers, and then we're going to use the thumb to close the right nostril and the other two fingers to close the left nostril. We're going to breathe in to the count of 4, hold 8, and out 8. Close your right nostril, and we're going to breathe out 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to breathe in from the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out right 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3, 4. Close 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out left 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out right 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in 2, 3, 4. Close 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out left 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we can now open our eyes, release our legs, and stretch out our ankles a little bit. Release the knees. And then slowly come into relaxation position. Savasana, feet to the sides, palms 45 degrees facing up. Taking deep breaths and relax. And now slowly bringing our legs together, arms behind our head, give yourself a nice stretch. And then gently from the right side, we're going to come into standing position. Next, we're going to do the sun salutation, also called Surya Namaskar. And this is a sequence of 12 asanas that help us warm up the entire body. This is basically the only cardio part of this type of yoga. We're going to start by bringing our legs together and putting our hands together in prayer position. Then we stretch up with our arms next to our ears and then back, not too far. Stretching forward, and then down. Your hands are by the sides of your feet. If you need to bend your knees, then bend your knees. You're looking at your knees. Now the right foot goes backward, the knee is on the mat, and your toes are flat, and you're looking up like a tiger jumping to eat its prey. Next, the other leg goes back, and you're in plank. Your body is straight. The knees come down, your chest and your chin are down, your hips are in the air. And now we're rolling forward into Cobra, pushing into an upside down triangle. Your right foot now is going to step forward, and if it doesn't reach all the way between your hands, use your hand and push it forward. Now the left leg comes forward, you're looking at your knees, your hands are by the sides of your feet. Keeping your arms next to your ears and stretching up and back, and then down. That was half a round. We started with the right leg. We're going to do the other half now. So legs together and hands in prayer position. Stretching up, arms next to your ears and back. And then forward and down. This time the left foot goes back, looking up, the knees on the ground, your toes are flat. The right leg joins plank. The knees down, chest and chin. Hips are in the air. And sliding forward into Cobra. Pushing into an upside down triangle. The left foot steps forward, the other knees on the mat, and then stepping forward, coming up and back, and then slowly down. That's one full round of Surya Namaskar. Close your eyes, relax. This is a standing relaxation pose. Listen to your heartbeat, feel the heat that you've generated. Use your breath to try and slow down. And then slowly come back down into Savasana. Taking deep breaths and relax. Our next asana, the shoulder stand called Sarvangasana, is a very, very helpful and invigorating asana. If you haven't done it before, it might feel strange the first time, but I'm sure you did this when you were a child. So for this asana, you might want to tuck your shirt in. And in order to get into the asana, we're going to, again, keep our legs straight, our arms by the sides of the body, legs together. And now we're going to lift the legs up and then push up and grab your hips with your hands. Your thumbs are forward. You should be able to see your thumbs. Make sure in this pose not to turn your head right or left because your neck is in a sensitive position. If you want to improve your pose here, you can bend your knees down to your forehead, bring your elbows closer to each other, and then slowly lift back up. And now you'll be straighter. And we're just going to stay here, keep breathing. There's nothing to do besides finding your balance and relaxing here. This pose is very healthy, but not very good for people with high blood pressure. And now we're going to come down. To come down, you bring your legs a little bit forward towards your face. You bring your arms down on the mat and slowly, slowly roll down, slowly down. You can try not to crash. If you crash, it's okay. You have a mat. And now we're going to come back again into Shavasana. Close your eyes, arms to the sides, legs to the sides, and take deep breaths. At this stage, your back is probably not going to feel very comfortable, so we're going to do some counter poses. The first counter pose, we're going to bend our knees and do the bridge or Setu Bandhasan. Grab your ankles and lift up into the air. Lift very, very high up into the air. And then slowly, 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 we're going to come back down. Back down into Shavasana. The second counter pose is the fish pose or Matsyasana. And for the fish pose, we're going to bring our legs together. Our hands are going to be palms facing down under the body, close to each other, and your elbows are as close as possible to each other. We're going to sit up, so now that you're sitting on your hands, bringing your elbows down to the mat, make a big arch with your back and drop your head. Here you can take deep breaths. Relax your legs. And then slowly lift your head up, look forward, and slowly come down into relaxation pose. Now your back should probably feel a lot more relaxed. Slowly bringing your legs together, arms behind your head, give yourself a nice stretch, and then we're going to turn to the right side and slowly come into sitting position. We're going to do the forward bend, also known as Paschimottanasana. For this pose, our legs are together, straight, with the toes pointing up to the ceiling. And we want to keep our back as straight as possible. So we're going to try and sit as forward as we can on the mat. And then we're going to take a deep breath in, lifting the arms up, and breathing out, coming down from the lower back. Grab whatever you can grab, whether it's your legs, or if you reach your toes, you can wrap your fingers around your big toes. Do not grab the knees. Anything else is fine. And here there's nothing to do besides just relax. Relax your face. Relax your elbows. Use your breath and send it to the parts that feel very stretched. Lower back or legs. And slowly coming up, breathe in. Bring your arms behind you, fingers pointing backward. Bend your knees, and we're going to do the tabletop. Lifting your body up, drop your head down behind like a tabletop. And slowly coming back down and release. Next, we're going to do a relaxation pose on our stomach. So we're turning around on our stomach. And the pose here, we put one hand on top of the other and make a pillow. And then we put our cheek on it. The legs, both big toes touching, and your heels are falling to the sides. And here, when you take deep breaths, you'll feel your body pressing into the mat. Our next pose is the Cobra, or the Bhujangasana. For that, we're going to put our forehead on the ground. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders. And most importantly, your elbows are very close to the body. Don't let the elbows out. And we're going to start by just first breathing in and only lift your head up. And then slowly coming back down. Do the full Cobra. Breathing in, lift your head up, squeeze your shoulder blades, and push up. Do not lock your elbows. Keep them a little bit bent. Keep breathing here. And then slowly, slowly coming back down. And make a pillow with your hands. Put your other cheek down and relax. Our next pose is the bow or Dhanurasana. And for this, we're going to put our chin on the ground, bend your knees, grab your ankles, and then we're going to breathe in, lift up, pull on your legs, lift your head and chest up. And very important to smile in this pose. You're going to feel a stretch on the back and on your legs. And then slowly, slowly come back down. This time, put your hands under your shoulders and push yourself into a nice long stretch like a cat, until you finally bring your arms by your sides and we're resting in child's pose. And now very slowly, with a round back, we're going to come slowly up, very slowly up into a sitting position. We did forward bends, we did backward bends. We're now going to twist right and left. So we're going to do a half spinal twist, dropping to your right side, and now lifting the upper leg above the other leg. If this is too difficult, you can straighten the lower leg up. The left arm is going to wrap behind you, and your right arm comes up, turning to the left side. Use your elbow to push, and you're turning left. When you're in this position, you imagine that someone is pulling you up from the crown of your head. Every time you breathe in, you feel a little bit taller, and every time you breathe out, you imagine that you're twisting just a little bit more. Breathing in, you're taller, and breathing out, you're a little bit twisting in your imagination. And then slowly coming back and release. We're going to do the other side. So coming back to the center, and this time we're dropping to the left side. Your upper leg comes on top. Right arm wraps behind you. The left arm comes up, and slowly turning this time to your right, and we're looking right. Every time you breathe in, you're a little taller. And every time you breathe out, you imagine you're twisting more. And slowly release. Coming back to the center, we're going to come into a standing position. And we're going to do a hands to feet bend. So you're going to breathe in. And then gently breathe forward. And just grab your legs wherever you reach them. Keep the legs straight. If you reach the floor, you can stand on your fingers and just relax here. Keep breathing. And now slowly bend your knees, bend the knees, and with a very round back, just like a flower slowly opening, we're going to come very slowly up, back into standing position. We're going to do one balancing pose, and this is a very nice and useful pose when you want to focus. It's called the tree pose. And for the tree, we're going to shift our weight to one leg. So I'm going to shift it to my right leg. Lift the other leg up. You can either put it on the side, or you can put it in the front. Bringing our hands into prayer position, and then stretching up. The trick is to find a point in front of you and just stare. And slowly coming back down and release. We're going to try the other side as well. So shifting your weight to your left leg, lifting up the other leg, hands together, and stretching up into a tree. And slowly down and release. This is the time to write your best papers. And now finally we're going to relax the entire body in a final relaxation. So we're going to lie down again in Savasana, feet to the sides and hands to the sides. We're going to relax the entire body. The first thing to do is just to remind the body what a stretching feels like. So we're going to start by just lifting gently the right leg up a few centimeters from the ground, stretching the toes forward and stretching the toes backward, and then just dropping the right foot. Now we're going to do the other foot, lift it up, stretching the toes towards you and away, and then just dropping down. Lifting your hips up from the mat, lift them up a little bit, and then just drop. Squeezing your back and your stomach into the mat, squeeze them in and release. Lifting your chest up from the mat and then just dropping it. Bring your shoulders up to your ears, squeeze them and release. Lifting both arms up a few centimeters from the mat, opening your fingers wide, making a fist and opening up again, and then just drop the arms. Making a very, very sour face like you're eating a lemon. Squeeze your face, squeeze and release. Opening your mouth, opening your eyes, taking your tongue out, and gently rolling your head to the right side, and gently rolling your head to the left side, and then back to the center. And then slowly, when you're ready, you can come out of Savasana. We're going to just close this session by wishing everybody a peaceful conference and week ahead. Thank you, everyone. We hope you enjoyed this yoga session.